All right, guys, we're back. It's Tuesday, and today's learning target is I can understand weather tools and their uses. Make sure that you have your weather tools graphic organizer for today's lesson. We will be going through the first three today, and then tomorrow we will do the last three. Okay? All right, so our first one is a thermometer. Now, most of you have probably heard of a thermometer before, but a thermometer measures the air temperature. Most thermometers are closed glass tubes containing liquids such as alcohol or mercury. Now, obviously now we have digital thermometers that are usually what you have in your house, but if you're taking the air temperature and anything that has to do with the weather, you're going to have a thermometer in a glass tube most of the time. They do have digital ones though. When the air around the tube heats the liquid expands and moves up the tube. A scale then shows what the actual temperature is. So if you look at our thermometer over here, the way that you would tell what temperature it was is you would see how high up the liquid went, okay? And in the United States, we use Fahrenheit. So this thermometer is showing about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 maybe, and 0 degrees Celsius, which would be the freezing point. So on your notes page, we're going to put thermometer measures air temperature. Okay? Measures air temperature. Now, I like to put motions to vocabulary words to help you remember. So for thermometer, we're going to say thermometer because what does your mom do when you're not feeling well and she thinks you have a fever? She checks your forehead to check your temperature, okay? So a thermometer measures air temperature. Okay, so for this one, this tool is called a barometer. Okay? A barometer measures air pressure. It tells you whether or not the pressure is rising or falling. A rising barometer means sunny and dry conditions, okay? Because high pressure, happy skies, the higher that your barometer is rising, the better the weather conditions. Dry, sunny weather. When the barometer is falling, it means that the pressure is getting lower, okay? So if your barometer is falling, your pressure is getting lower, and low pressure brings lousy weather, storms, and wet conditions, okay? An Italian scientist built the first barometer in 1643. So if you look down here at my diagram of a barometer, it says stormy, rain, change, meaning that there's going to be a change in the weather, fair or very dry. So when the barometer is falling, okay, that means that it's coming this way. The pressure is getting lower and lower and lower. So a little bit lower, you might just have some rain. If the barometer is falling dramatically, you might have some stormy weather. You're coming down here towards that low pressure area. If the barometer is rising, the pressure is getting higher, your weather is getting better and better and better. We're coming here towards this high pressure side, dry and sunny, okay? Now, again, I like to do motions with my vocabulary words. So for barometer, we're going to say barometer because it measures air pressure. So go ahead and do that with me. I'm watching. Barometer, okay? So your barometer measures air pressure. So go to your notes page measures air pressure. Rising equals high pressure and sunny skies. Falling equals low pressure and rain. Barometer. Okay? Go ahead and get that down. If you need to pause the video at any time so that you can get this stuff down in your notes, you can. The last one for today, we are going to talk about a wind vane. Okay? Now, a wind vane you generally see on the tops of buildings, on the roof of something, or higher up in the air. Okay? And a wind vane is an instrument that is used to determine the direction from which the wind is blowing. It is labeled with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. Okay, so in this case, if our wind vane is pointing towards, let's say it's pointing towards the west, okay? That means that the wind is coming from the west and moving towards the east, okay? It is showing you the direction from which the wind is blowing. If it's pointing towards the west, the wind is coming from the west. If it's pointing towards the east, the wind is coming from the east, okay? So a wind vane measures or shows wind direction. So we're going to say wind vane. Okay, you do it. Wind vane. What direction is the wind coming from? So go to your notes page and go down to wind vane. Wind vane shows the direction the wind is coming from. Wind vane shows you the direction that the wind is coming from. Those are our first 3 weather tools. Tune in tomorrow and we will see the last 3 of our weather tools.